Hey guys, it's Christy, and today I am here for another Law of Attraction card reading, but instead of the usual just general readings, the universe has guided me to combine something else that I love, which is astrology. So today I will be doing a card reading for the Gemini collective, and this can be for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising. And if you have any placements in Gemini, you could check that out, how the message affects that house in your birth chart. So I appreciate everyone being here. I'm going to draw from two decks today, the Law of Attraction deck and the Ask and It Is Given deck. And then I'll round it out with a message of mindfulness and self-care for the Geminis. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you'll hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave some comments. It all helps me out. All right, so universe, what do you have for Gemini today? What message do you have for the Geminis? I only read jumpers, so I just wait for the universe to, oh, it always does this with me. Okay. So our first message is, there is nothing for me to guard against. So maybe some of you are feeling guarded these days, and the universe wants you to let that guard down. Here's the card. Think of an area in your life where you might be feeling guarded, and listen to this message as it pertains to that, Gemini. So you exist in a place of absolute well-being. Tell yourself that again and again. Know it. Be the evidence of it, to give others reason to believe that all can be well. Wow, this is a powerful message of letting your guard down, yes, but also of allowing well-being and being an example to others. So maybe some of you are teachers, healers, and the universe is letting you know that you need to let your guard down, or maybe parents, and open yourself up to knowing well-being, not just, thinking about it, feeling like you want it, but being an example of it for others. So that is really interesting. You exist in a place of absolute well-being, so you need to tell yourself that again and again. So maybe each day, what you could do to tell yourself of your well-being again and again is to journal about it, or just think about or write down about how you have well-being. Think about what that means to you and focus on it as a knowing of well-being. And then apparently some of you have others who look up to you, and it would be really important for them to see you embody well-being so that they too can have that for themselves. So I love how this message has started for Gemini, and I'm going to draw another card to see what further messaging the universe has for us. Oh, and there it is. Oh my goodness, I got to go get that one. Sorry, guys. The universe was eager about this part of the message. My financial decline will not elevate the impoverished. I love this message, piggybacking on the other message. So there's the card. And even though it seems to be about finances and money, this card actually points out that you cannot be less to make someone else more, which goes hand in hand with us being an example of well-being. You cannot be sick enough to make someone else well, is kind of what this means to me. And so your example should be one that you embody what it is that you want to set the example of. So you cannot get poor enough to help impoverished people thrive. It is only in your thriving that you have anything to offer anyone. If you want to be of help to others, be as tapped in, tuned in, and turned on as you can possibly be. Wow, okay, so this is a really powerful message for Gemini, because I feel like the universe is telling you that people are watching you as an example, and that you can let your guard down, that the well-being is there for you, that you can embody that to help the people around you also level up. So I think you're being asked to really level up here, because it's saying that you need to be as tapped in, tuned in, and turned on as you could possibly be. And you cannot do that if you are guarded. If you're feeling guarded in some way, you're not going to be able to know well-being. And so the suggestion here is for you to do things that are going to help you to be more tuned in, tapped in, turned on in life. And to me, what that means is feeling passion for life, feeling the sense of well-being as it is yours, and setting that example for others by being the absolute best version of yourself that you could be. I really feel like a lot of you might be teachers, healers, parents, and or have just, other people who look up to you. Maybe you're in the spotlight in some way, and maybe you're leaders, and your team could use a tapped in, tuned in, turned on version of you as an example. So Gemini, now what I'm going to do is draw a mindfulness and well-being card, or mindfulness and self-care, excuse me, and see what the last messaging to round this message out is. I really love this message. There are some practices that come to mind when talking about being tuned in, turned on, and tapped in, tuned in, turned on. And that would be things like meditation to quiet the mind. Geminis really could use quieting up the mind, and getting those thoughts in order, and things like journaling, getting your thoughts out so they don't have to stay trapped in your head. Because gosh knows that Geminis can get trapped in their heads and overthinking. So maybe that would be some good practice. Get out in nature and take a walk, but don't let your mind take over. Be present as much as you can. So things like that are what come to mind for me. And there we go. All right, let's see what our mindfulness and self-care card is. Everyone has a little sadness. Everyone has a little madness on the inside. The skill is understanding the madness and then being at ease with it. Okay, so this could go speak to what I was just talking about, how Geminis can get in their head and overthink sometimes. And so this is saying the skill is understanding your madness and then being at ease with it. And I always love messages of ease. And this message is filled with it, letting your guard down, allowing well-being, embodying well-being, so that those around you are looking up to you, and they're going to watch how you move. And then they're going to try to sometimes imitate that or ask you how you got to where you are, and you can be that beacon for them. And so I would suggest, quieting your mind when you can, and being at ease as much as possible. So Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this message as much as I did. And hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers, guys.